Section 16, 1 north.
We may have to get you a microphone.
Yeah, we need a microphone. We barely can hear you.
If you want to, you can stand right in the front, use that table.
Yep. Better.
All right, I have two bids
This for the hunt lease?
for one of them.
The first one,
The 8.
16, 1 north, 16.
Bids from William Tate Rankin. He bids $11.50 an acre for a total of $805. Second bid is from Sanford Delancey. He bids $8.50 an acre for $5.95. Mr. Delancey is the current lessee, so he will be contacted to match the bid plus 20 or 10%. If he so chooses, he'll win that.
okay, so we don't need to vote on that one yet.
No,
Correct?
that's right.
Okay. All right, we'll move to item number B.
The next one is to approve a bid for hunting lease in section 16, 3 north, 15 west. That's one bid. That's from Circle 16 Fox Tent, which is the current lessee. They bid $8 per acre for a total of $4,200.
Okay, so open the floor up for a motion to accept Circle 16, did you say Foxville?
Fox Tent.
Okay. In the amount of $4,200 for hunting lease 16, 3 north, 15 west. Jim, a second?
Second.
Jeremy, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The next item is to approve a new 40-year residential lease to Johnny and Jody Smith.
Have a motion.
So, question.
Sure.
So will these,
Oh, yeah.
all of these be your recommendations?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yes, yes.
I always forget to do that. Sorry.
I do too.
That's all right.
So I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Matt. All in, second, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The next item is to consider granting a 700-foot easement for Mr. Paul Jones.
So my question on this one is, I mean, so that land will be appraised, that easement will be appraised to add to his cost, or
That's right.
there's not gonna be?
He owns land off the section.
Yeah,
And so what we'll do is he'll provide the survey for us, and we'll take the survey to one of our appraisers and have them appraise what the value of an easement would be.
And then you'll bring that back.
And then I'll bring that back and present it to y'all, and we'll approve it as such.
Well, I move it. We consider that.
second.
All right, all in favor? Any opposed? And that passes.
The next item is to cancel lease number 691 to Clifton and Doris May.
So moved.
Now, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The next item is to approve a new 40-year residential lease to Miss Kirsty Carlos.
Motion.
So moved.
Jim and Matt, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The next item is to assign lease number 240 from CDS Properties to WSD LLC.
Have a motion.
So moved.
Have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
The last item I have is, there should be a slight correction on here. It should be to approve, to engage, negotiations
Okay,
for a new 25-year recreational lease for the Lamar County Board of Supervisors.
Okay, so we're approving.
So we're not approving the
beginning-
No, we're gonna negotiate our recreation leases since we do those a little bit different. But we just wanted to make sure that the board was fine moving forward with what they proposed.
Okay.
I attached the map.
I saw that. Okay, this is to engage in negotiations to consider doing this.
That's right, because with recreation, there's not a price.
all right, have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
That's it, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harlan. Item 12, superintendent's report.
Okay, first I'd like to talk COVID. We are back to traditional setting with a virtual option for all our campuses. We started that last week, so Tuesday was our first day. So far, our COVID numbers are still extremely low. We're still monitoring that on a daily basis to make sure that we're still in compliance, and if we have any positive or quarantined or outbreaks, this and the other, we're addressing them as needed. But at this time, we're extremely low with our faculty and staff COVID numbers, quarantining, and we're extremely low with our student population. So I'm very happy to say that. So I wanted to make you aware of that our teacher of the year, Mr. Mason Smith, which is a history teacher at Lumberton High School, was chosen as the Congressional District 4 Teacher of the Year. And the MDE selects each teacher of the year from each congressional district, and they move on as a finalist to another interview process, and they're finalizing that. But he was chosen out of teachers from Forest, George, Green, Hancock, Harrison, Jackson, Jones, Lamar, Marion, Pearl River, Perry, Stone, and Wayne counties, and a portion of Clark County. I think it's a huge honor for him just to make it this far, and we're pulling for him all the way. So just wanted to make sure we recognize him. And at some point, we'll bring him before the board and have a recognition formal with him. Graduation, as you know, we've been in, seems like ongoing, ever evolving planning for our graduation ceremonies. We're putting a lot of effort, time into to making sure that we can have a graduation ceremony. As you know, all be outside on the football fields. We had plans when the governor's prior executive orders for each family to get 10 tickets per student per senior because of the increased being able to participate and it's outdoors. So each senior will get 15 tickets. Now we bumped that up so we can allow more people to come, so we can have more family members celebrate the success of the students. We also have sent out messages to our senior families that out of an abundance of caution and making sure that, because we feel like this is, 13 years, kindergarten through 12th grade, this is such an important event for our students, but also our family members, that we want to go virtual with our students or seniors on May 10th. And that will give us 10 days before our first graduation, so that if there was any close contact, we wouldn't run the risk of having any close contact while these seniors were at school. And so just so you know, information, Purvis, their graduation will be here at Purvis Football Stadium, May 20th at 7 p.m. That's a Thursday night. Summerall will be Friday night, May 21st at 7 p.m. Oak Grove High School will be on their football field at May 22nd, Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning. Lumberton will be Saturday night at 7 p.m. May the 22nd as well. If there's any rain delays or any rain, we're going to postpone it for Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And if we had to have them all four at the same time, we'll just have them all four at the same time. Speaking of graduation, I have some great news that I'd like to share publicly about our last year's graduation rate. As a district, we had a 93.1 graduation rate as a district. We had our highest graduation rate with Summerall High School at 95.6. I will have to recognize, because I'm a huge proponent of growth, personal growth, self-growth, grow anytime you can grow. And so Lumberton went from a 2019-2020 graduation of graduation rate of 73.7 to this past year, a graduation rate of a 91.9. So, huge increase, and I think it's just a testament of the teachers and the faculty down there working to make sure that we get those kids across the stage. So we're very proud of them and the hard work they're doing. We just finished up with Ms. Hessian and I and boss, finished up budget meetings. We had budget meetings with all our principals. We sat down with every one of our principals, talked about planning for next year. And then we've also just finished up last week with all our department chairs, just looking at every dollar that we spend. I don't think we're not spending money frivolously. We're not misappropriating. We just want to make sure we're intentional about how we spend our taxpayer dollars. And so, going through that process has been very helpful for myself as being a new superintendent, of learning our principals, their needs, their instructional needs, but also their physical plant needs as far as our campuses, and to make sure that we are providing a safe, nice, just place for our students to be able to go to school. So that's been something that's been very, very enlightening for me, especially, and Ms. Hessian has expressed that as well. Our pre-K, I'm very excited. It was Friday, right? It was the first day. Friday was our first day for pre-K registration, and I walked in Friday morning, and it got about 7:15, and the phone was just going off the hook. It was going and going and going. And so we started answering the phone about 7:30. The staff came in, and pretty much every call was about pre-K registration, wanting to register the pre-K students. So at this point, we have 287 applicants for 240 spots.
Wow.
And so, and I got a breakdown, but we're at or over the limit in every one of our areas. And so we're very, very, and that is also with us expanding our pre-K with our tax credit money that we receive. We 40, is that right, Teresa? 40 more students will be in pre-K next year than was this year. And so we're very excited about that, and it appears that we need to work to find more money to be able to provide more spots in our pre-K. And so, and the last thing I have is our kindergarten roundup, which is to start registering your kindergarten students. It started today and will end April the 23rd. And there's a step-by-step, Ross Randall put a step-by-step how to register your child for kindergarten. We really want to make sure we get that word out and get our kindergarten students registered so we can know and plan and be able to adequately plan for next year. So, and that is, yes, that is it.
Good information. Any questions for Dr. Henry? Okay.
Thank you.
Move on to item number 13, which is to set the next regular meeting for Monday, May 10th, here at Performing Arts Center, and live stream beginning at 6 p.m. Good, everybody good? We have a motion, I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 14 is the consent agenda. Any questions, Mr. Kent? Mr. Boswell?
None.
Essentially? None. Mr. Mayo?
No, ma'am.
All right, open the floor for a motion.
Make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as presented with the changes made.
I'll second. Have a motion and have a second. All in favor? Any opposed? And that passes. All right, we're going to move to item number 15, which is other. So first, take on the consent agenda item that we pulled. Item number, we got one word here, 14.6 DD.
6, say it again.
D is dollars, D is in dollars. And Ms. Jenny, would you present that one for us?
Yes, I'd like to present Stacy Hampton as a speech language pathologist at Lone Leaf Elementary per Josette Sermon's request or recommendation.
Okay. Do I have a motion? I'll make a motion. I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. And then I pulled the policy GABB. I'm going to make one change and then it can go back out for the 30-day review. We want to remove the word MySpace that's listed down there. It shows other, it's like internet and other social, but it's got MySpace. I don't think that's around anymore.
GABE,
GABB,
Bravo, Bravo.
Bravo, Bravo, yes. So that's the only change to that one. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
All right.
Any opposed? Yeah, go ahead, Ernie.
I still have my.
You still have my favorite? Where are you pulling it up on?
How about the rotary phone? You still have it there?
I've got one, I'm just trying to figure out how to operate it now.
All right, item number 16 is to consider executive session. We have one personnel matter and two 16th section potential litigations. I make a motion that we consider executive session. Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
I make a motion that we enter executive session.
Thank you. No second.
Hey,
All in favor?
we'll need to invite Mr. Harless.
Yes, Mr. Harris, you can stay for executive session. All right.
Can I motion that we remove the consider second part?
I wish I could. All right, we're in executive session. Dressed it.
Yeah. Nobody knows.
We could do it.
It's like the sportscaster that kept wearing the same suit for like weeks after weeks after weeks. Nobody knows but this female news.
All right, you're good.
All right, item number 18 is to exit executive session. Do I have a
So
motion?
moved.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Item 19 is to recess.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. We are recessed.
Recess.
Streams off.